Goku and Piccolo finally reunite. Goku Reborn Part 10. It has been 10 billion years, Dragon God Zalama. What brings you back to the multiverse? The Grand Priest asks. Zalama smiles gently. You know exactly why, Grand Priest. The Great Sage has been reborn. The Grand Priest grins. Indeed, and I've already told Wiz to treat Son Goku with the respect he deserves. He then pauses and continues. But it's now really the right time for you to show up. From what we know, Goku has no idea why he was reborn, nor does he fully grasp his own strength. He's still just a kid. Zalama sighs. I am simply an old man taking a stroll. Don't overcomplicate it, old friend. The Grand Priest lets out a dry laugh. You know, that's pretty ironic coming from the man who created the Eternal Dragon, Super Shenron. Its power to bend existence is beyond anything even I could ever achieve. You see, I'm quite fond of dragons. Zalama also laughs. Meanwhile, Piccolo has been reborn with all his memories. That aura! Piccolo, is that really you? Goku is psyched. Piccolo looks down at his hands. I was forced back into my original body and flooded with memories from 2 different realities. This can't be healthy. Whoa, you do sound like Piccolo, Goku laughs. Don't give me that, Goku. What have you been doing? This timeline is completely all over the place. Piccolo snaps. Yeah, I know, buddy. I wasn't thinking straight, and now I don't even know what's going on. Goku laughs softly and raises both his arms. Piccolo sighs deeply. Looks like the timeline shifted after you brought the Saiyans back. Goku scratches his head. Yeah, I'm confused. Why did it change so much? Majin Buu was revived almost 3 decades early. Whis showed up after I defeated Frieza, and now there's this whole thing with the Great Sage. Goku, have you ever heard of the butterfly effect? Piccolo asks. Goku lights up. Yeah, I love butterflies. No, idiot. It comes from the idea that something as tiny as a butterfly flapping its wings in one part of the world could eventually cause a tornado somewhere else. Not because the butterfly directly causes the tornado, but because it starts a chain of events that build up over time. Piccolo explains. Huh? Goku blinks. In stupid, it means you underestimated how much that wish would change the universe. Now we can't predict anything. Beerus might wake up and erase Earth tomorrow. Piccolo shakes his head. Goku grins. Come on, I'm sure it's not that bad. And now that you're here, we've got this. Goku, you do realize that we can no longer use the Dragon Balls. We can't use Namek's Dragon Balls either. If anything happens and anyone dies, it's going to get tricky to bring them back to life. We'll have to go to planet Cereal, or the Demon Realm. Piccolo's tone gets serious. Goku nods. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Demon Realm. We still have those Dragon Balls. That'd be way more convenient than hunting for the Super Dragon Balls. Piccolo snaps again. That's not the point, Goku. We can't be careless anymore. There's no telling if the other Dragon Balls will still work. Ha! I'm glad, Piccolo. I don't know how Shenron did it, but it looks like you're still you after all. Honestly, I was worried the wish might turn you into something you're not. Goku laughs. Don't get it twisted, Goku. Whether I'm the same Piccolo or not, that's for me to decide. Piccolo replies. Haha, I know you'll help me make sure Gohan, Goten, and Trunks are born when they're supposed to. Goku smiles and chuckles. Vegeta would be tricky. He saw you, a random Saiyan, destroy Frieza with a power beyond comprehension. I bet his mind is full of contradictions, Piccolo adds. Speaking of Vegeta, we cut to a flashback to the same day Goku defeated Frieza over 6 months ago. Vegeta is seen sitting on a rock and visualizing. That kid, when he transformed into a Super Saiyan, I tried checking his power level with my scouter, but I couldn't get a solid reading. How was he able to become strong enough to one-shot Frieza without actually increasing his power level? What is it that I don't understand about strength? On that day, this was Vegeta's question to himself. Of course, Vegeta still had no proper idea of Zenkai boosts, or even the concept of controlling his ki. But Goku's transformation gave him undeniable proof that true strength exists beyond power levels. And so, he made the decision that from now on he was going to learn how to control his power level. At the time, Vegeta's power level was 12,000. Over the next 2 months, Vegeta did image training and gradually learned to use only as much ki as necessary. He then learned ki control and began experimenting with suppressing his power level to different degrees, until he settled on using only half of it at all times. That's why when Raditz checked his power level, it showed less than 9,000, even though Vegeta had been training for months. At that time, Vegeta's true power had grown to almost 18,000. However, because he was suppressing it to half, the reading barely reached 9,000. But what Vegeta couldn't have anticipated was how something else was also messing with his power level. That's also why, when Raditz later told him his power had dropped below 8,000, Vegeta was shocked, since he was still only using half of his ki. Fast forwarding to now, it's been over 3 days since Vegeta and Raditz were forcibly teleported to planet Cereal by Oats from planet Yardrat. Both are unconscious and chained up, as Granola brings them to the Heater's base. "Good work, Granola. I can't believe you managed to catch 2 Saiyans." Elec is genuinely amused. Granola shrugs. "It was luck. I was practicing my sniping when these 2 suddenly appeared out of nowhere. Their tails triggered my PTSD, and I ended up sniping them both with all the shots I had left. I shot the tall one 22 times, and the short one 50 times. Whoa, that much? It's surprising they're still alive. Why didn't you just kill them?" Elec asks. "They survived, so I decided to bring them here for information. Why did 2 Saiyans suddenly appear on my planet? What do they want?" Granola declares with a sharp glare in his eyes. "I see. Maki, put them both in medical machines. We'll figure out what to do with them later." Elec turns to Maki. She nods and drags Vegeta and Raditz away. "As for you, Granola, I'll contact you after we interrogate them. But since this was a good catch, I'll pay you." Elec drops a bag of coins into Granola's hands. Granola waves it off casually. "Nah, I don't need money for a couple of monkeys. Keep it. I'm out." He turns and heads back to planet Cereal. But the moment Granola leaves, Elec's face can't contain his excitement. "According to my research, these are Vegeta and Raditz from the Frieza Force. I'll ask them what happened to Frieza and sell that information to King Cold." Elec lets out a laughter that echoes throughout the hall. 4 days later, Vegeta finally regains consciousness. He's been out cold for an entire week. What's going on? What happened back then? Vegeta wonders as he recalls how right after he tried handing his scouter to Raditz, they were both shot mercilessly until they lost consciousness. He is inside a medical machine. He can't move or even open his eyes. A few hours later, Elec walks into the lab with King Cold. "These are the Saiyans from Frieza's army?" King Cold's voice is sharp and curious. "Yes, we've been waiting for them to wake up," Elec answers calmly. I remember you telling me you had info on Frieza's whereabouts. What do these goons have to do with that?" King Cold grabs him by the collar. Gas tries to intervene, but with a flick of his finger, King Cold knocks him out cold. "Yes, sir. I know it's been over half a year since Frieza disappeared, but trust a broker's intuition. I can feel it in my soul that these 2 know something," Elec insists. "Oh, really?" King Cold throws Elec aside and looks at the medical machines. He pauses and then states coldly, "I see. This one is King Vegeta's son." "Yes, and the other one is Raditz. I'd say considering how not even the Ginyu Force knows what happened to Frieza, and how the rest of the Frieza Force can't be contacted for some reason, I'm betting these 2 have some answers about where Frieza is." Elec explains why he called King Cold the Heater's base. As this conversation goes on, Vegeta feels confused. He can hear them both but can't see. It seems there's some kind of tetrodotoxin in the medical machine that is keeping him from moving. "What are they even saying? Planet Vegeta was revived over a year ago, and they still don't know about Frieza's death? Am I hallucinating?" He wonders, but before he can finish his thoughts, King Cold's hand smashes the glass of the medical machine and grabs Vegeta by the neck. Looks like the prince is already awake," King Cold says with a grin. Vegeta gasps for air, but makes sure his eyes lock on to King Cold. The grin on King Cold's face widens as he slams Vegeta to the ground. Vegeta coughs up blood, but pushes himself up. "You're King Cold!" Vegeta sounds half surprised, half annoyed. "Yes, I am King Cold. Thanks for that information." King Cold is not amused. Elec facepalms behind them. "Vegeta, do you know anything about what happened to Frieza?" Elec asks, but in response, Vegeta just pauses for a moment before laughing out loud. "Don't tell me you genuinely don't know." Vegeta mocks as he glares at King Cold. "Spit it out," King Cold demands. Then, to everyone's shock, Vegeta speaks plainly. "About 6 months ago, Frieza was brutally blasted through the chest by a Saiyan kid named Goku. He died right there and then, and his dead body is probably floating in space somewhere. I thought I'd heard something about you invading our planet for revenge, but apparently you don't even know about Frieza's pathetic death." Vegeta laughs loudly. King Cold and Elec close their eyes and try not to laugh, but the laughter bursts out, and its echo destroys the glass of the medical machines. Raditz's unconscious body drops to the floor. Then King Cold kicks Vegeta right in the chest. The kick is not all that strong, but for a weakened Vegeta who doesn't even know what's going on with his body, the kick almost kills him. "Don't kid around, you stupid ape," King Cold sneers. "A monkey killing my son? That's a good joke." Every muscle in Vegeta's body screams in pain, but he still forces himself to stand up. "Haha, I bet you don't even know Planet Vegeta was revived over a year ago. You clowns think you rule the universe, but Goku can literally kill you by farting all over your faces. Kill me if you want, but I'll still be laughing at you in hell while Goku, the Super Saiyan God, hunts you all like the scum you are." Vegeta's face lights up with something like ecstasy. Now that his body can literally feel death, he understands the most important feeling he had during Goku's Super Saiyan God transformation. It was nothing more, nothing less than pure respect for the single greatest Saiyan in history. King Cold sees it in Vegeta's eyes that he isn't kidding around. He looks at Elec. "Tell me, was Planet Vegeta revived?" Elec shakes his head. "I never heard anything about that, but there is a new planet in the same solar system called Planet Goku. It's too far, so I haven't looked into it yet." "Wait, you mean Planet Vegeta was renamed?" "Exactly," Vegeta says with excitement. "Looks like you're finally putting those useless brains to work." "Is that even possible?" King Cold is amused. Elec scratches his head. "I never heard of it either. The universe sure is full of surprises. The prince might be delusional, but on the off chance this power to revive planets exists." King Cold grins and lifts Elec by the collar. "Interesting. I knew I could count on you." Elec blinks. "Yes?" "All right, Broker. Your job is to find out everything about this mysterious power. I want to know how Planet Vegeta was revived." King Cold commands. "I can give you information," a voice says. "Yo, what are you on about, Raditz?" Vegeta is beyond confused at this point. "Sorry, Vegeta. The Raditz you knew no longer exists. From this moment forward, call me Alpha," Raditz declares as he stands and turns toward King Cold. "What?" Vegeta starts, but King Cold slaps him aside. "Go on, Saiyan. Tell me more," King Cold orders. "It's the Dragon Balls. With them, you can have any wish granted," Raditz explains. Meanwhile, King Vegeta is seen walking down a dark underground hallway. He opens a big door and steps into a huge room with a giant supercomputer in the middle and billions of nano machines floating all around. In front of the supercomputer stands the same Saiyan who warned King Vegeta and Bardock about King Cold's invasion. We'll call him Beta. "What's the update, Gamma?" Beta asks King Vegeta. Vegeta answers with a serious tone. "Everyone except Bardock and his wife Guinea has been infected by the nanomachines." Suddenly, the floating nanomachines come together and form a scary Tuffle skull with a wide, evil grin. "Perfect. We can't wait to see what'll happen at the end of all these inconsistencies." At the same time, Goku, Piccolo, Krillin, Majin Buu, Mr. Satan, and B are all just chilling and fishing at a random lake. And that's all for Chapter 10, guys. I'm sure you have plenty to say about everything that's happened, so feel free to go wild in the comments section. What are your theories on what might happen next? What do you think about this chapter? What the heck is going on with Vegeta's body? What's Raditz been smoking? What's the lore behind these Tuffle nanomachines? And what else has been going on all this time? I can't wait to hear your thoughts and dive into your theories. And as always, if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe to the Nimbus channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all in the next video.